The Los Angeles Lakers are seriously contemplating signing Dwight Howard just because DeMarcus Cousins, went down with the ACL injury. I understand looking for a big man, somebody to replace him, but I don't think Dwight Howard is somebody that they really should be contacting in the first place. You remember Dwight Howard played for the Los Angeles Lakers back in 2012, and during free agency during that year, he went to the Houston Rockets. He couldn't stand to play around with Kobe and the whole system. I mean, he was injured. He had like a torn labrum, something to that effect. But he just didn't live up to the hype of him being there with Steve Nash and Kobe Bryant. Now you're putting even more pressure on him to come to LA and be a key contributor, or just contribute at all, under the regime of LeBron James. People think like playing with Kobe was hard and Kobe's legacy, this, that, and the third. They think that was something to deal with, something to reckon with. LeBron James is like 10 times worse because everything you're doing, everything you say, every limelight, every spotlight goes toward LeBron James, point blank, period. Around Kobe, there was a circus there, but it was a circus of what am I going to see tonight? What kind of player are we going to see? What kind of, what kind of excellent play? With LeBron James, it's like, what kind of sound bites are we going to get? What kind of scowls are we going to get? What kind of cryptic messages are we going to get? So you want to bring Dwight Howard back to the Los Angeles environment with that kind of pressure on top of it. It's a different thing when it's just like championship or bust or whatever the case is. It's a 10 times more, it's 10 times crazier when we're talking about someone's legacy like a LeBron James, because people are already trying to push him to be the greatest player of all time. Now you have to be a key contributor in that, and everything you do becomes a mistake that hurts LeBron's legacy. I'll give you a key example of that. J.R. Smith in the 2018 finals, game one, when LeBron had 51 and J.R. made a bad decision. Everybody's like, oh, that cost them the game, when it didn't. They went to overtime, and the Cavs could have won the game then, but they didn't. So that's kind of the thing that Dwight Howard has to deal with. And being in Washington the year prior, only averaging 12 and 9, only played 9 games. I mean, we don't know what kind of Dwight we're gonna get. Is he gonna get injured again? He's injured, very injury prone. So I mean, there's other guys that the Lakers could really approach, like Nene. They could use JaVale McGee more. There's other players, Marcin Gortat, guys that are low maintenance, don't have a lot of hoopla around them, and they understand their position and their role. As opposed to Dwight Howard, I don't even know, honestly, if his mind is hell-bent on basketball. We haven't seen prime Dwight Howard since about 2009. That's the last time, he got that's the year he beat LeBron, got the Orlando Magic to the finals. Kobe, of course, they beat them, I believe, in 5 games. We haven't seen a great play from Dwight Howard in 10 years. Even when he was with James Harden, that didn't work out. Again, they got beat by the Warriors. This is pre-Kevin Durant Warriors. So that's how far back it goes. So I don't know if this is going to be a good fit. But then again, somebody could argue with me and say, hey, LeBron had J.R. Smith. He won the title with him, Iman Shumpert. LeBron can do miracles and work magic with people. But this is no pun intended. There's not going to be any magic. There hasn't been any magic with Dwight Howard since the Magic. So, I don't think that's going to be something that they really should push for, because Dwight's immaturity, and one of the key things that we have to understand about the immaturity, he said, when Kobe called him soft, he thought that Kobe was calling him, gay and stuff like that. And Kobe was just talking about the mentality. So if that little tidbit of being called soft makes you question your manhood, what do you think is going to happen when you have to deal with, people questioning your game, people questioning your motivation, people questioning, can you fit with LeBron, people questioning, are you even cool with LeBron? How do you think that plays itself out? So I'm not sold on this whole meeting with Dwight Howard and the Los Angeles Lakers. I think they both should really stay away from each other. They tried it once, it didn't work. Now it's even more pressure situations because the Lakers are really seen as the favorite. I believe that year when he came in 2012, it was like, all right, the Lakers can win a championship. But it wasn't like they were necessarily seen as the quote unquote favorite. Like right now, you do a poll in Vegas, Lakers are right up there to win a championship. Like, and there's a lot of pressure. So I'm not sure Dwight Howard is the guy to handle that pressure. They need somebody that's going to be a little bit more low maintenance and more mature, ready for the undertaking. I think Dwight is really, he's like more trying to prove that he could still hang in this league. You know, he had all them incidents with, well, you know, the sexual allegations and everything with Dwight is really not basketball, and for you to put him in an environment with a guy that's like king of not basketball, because LeBron plays on the court, he does everything right on the court, but then when he has a whirlwind circus around him 24/7, I think Dwight would get swooped up in that, and that'll affect his game, that'll affect the team, and I'll just lead to him, you know, being rejected from the team overall. So that's, to me, that's a no-go. Hoops Junction. Hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you feel about Dwight Howard potentially going to the Lakers.